The value of distance learning in music education. In a traditional classroom, distance learning is an easy transition. However, in a K-12 music classroom, there is a greater emphasis on singing or playing an instrument either alone or in a group. This makes the logistics of distance learning a little different. My goal is to identify the value of distance education in a music classroom. How can it be used, and in what case is it most effective? Today we will look at three elements that help us determine the value of distance learning in music education: technical requirements, technical difficulties, and the use of video conferencing. Distance learning has some technical requirements. In a 2014 article titled Online Distance Learning and Music Training by Kutsupadu, the author states that online courses require the use of a variety of digital tools and resources. In a music lesson, teachers and students need both audio and video, as well as quality internet connection. They need to be able to hear what is performed or modeled throughout the lesson. In many music lessons, the teacher and student may also perform together. If audio quality is poor, it becomes difficult for the teacher to assess students' inaccuracy and tone quality. Video is important so that the teacher can see and demonstrate proper hand position or body placement when performing or playing an instrument. Most teachers move around during a lesson to get multiple views of how the student is playing. This can be difficult in distance learning and shows why video quality is crucial. Even with adequate equipment, technology support may need to be available to troubleshoot any problems that arise during the lesson, especially for younger students. Criswell states in his 2016 article, Video Conferencing in Music Education, that these options also come with high price tags that can put them out of range of many school district budgets. The technical requirements are essential for distance learning to be valuable, and this includes being able to afford the necessary equipment. Video conferencing seems to be the most logical way to teach music skills at a distance. While we know the equipment can be costly, poor equipment or slow connections cause what is known as lag time. Lag time, or delay, can be problematic in teaching a music lesson. According to Riley, McLeod, and Libera, in their article, Low Latency Audio Video, lag time is the most common issue identified. Delay in audio can hinder the teacher in hearing a student perform a particular passage of a song. They cannot accurately assess students if the audio is not providing a true representation of the student's ability or tone. Additionally, a delay in video can misrepresent the student's hand position and fingering while playing. While adjustments can be made over time, valuable teaching time is lost. To compensate for these delays, teachers must create more detailed lessons and be flexible to be able to continue teaching when these issues arise. Furthermore, the difficulties may not be the same from lesson to lesson, so teachers must be prepared to adjust with every lesson. Most teachers are used to being flexible, but in the end, if lag time or delay continues, the use of distance learning is diminished. Continuous interruptions within a lesson can interrupt the pace and create a less than ideal teaching atmosphere. While distance learning can be accomplished in many ways, performance-based music often focuses on the video conference as the format of distance learning. Kutsupadu stated music courses require the acquisition of various practical skills: instrumental technique, listening, conducting, participation in choirs and ensembles. These requirements could create limitations for the application of online ODL, online distance learning, to music education. It is true that music education requires a variety of skills. Some skills are better suited to video conferencing than others. When learning conducting skills, students need to feel the response of the ensemble reacting to their hand gestures. This would be difficult to recreate by video. Beginners need more hands-on instruction to show them how to hold an instrument and adjust their mouth embouchure. Riley et al. Also states that the ability to adjust students physically was a difficulty in online music lessons. When teaching a student to play an instrument, it is common for the teacher to readjust fingers on the keys or change the way a student may be holding their arms. In private music lessons, video conferencing might be better suited to middle or upper level students. Then the lessons can focus more on the musicianship of the student and not as much on the physical aspect of playing. One concern with video conferencing and distance learning is the lack of personal relationships between teacher and student. In a study of 2009 titled Video Conference Music Teaching, it is noted that teachers found there was no personal connection with students. It's hard to tell who understands the concepts and who does not. These particular teachers were teaching students in another country and found it difficult to interpret student responses at a distance. Without a personal relationship, there is also a decreased amount of trust. Many classrooms foster trust in order for students to be more willing to participate musically, voice their opinions, and ask for help. The physical distance can make it easier for students to avoid the teacher. This requires the teacher to make more of an effort to get authentic feedback and monitor students throughout the class. In a music classroom, this trust can also give students more confidence to push themselves in their performance skills. While video conferencing can provide instruction, it cannot replace the atmosphere of performing music together in a mutual space. The role of distance learning and preferred platform varies based on the objectives of the class. With the increasing ways of teaching and learning music, the role of distance learning is expanding, but to what extent and at what value? In a music theory class, students can progress at their own pace using computer-assisted instruction. In a music appreciation class, distance learning can easily be implemented and may even have better student interaction. Students can read, listen, and study music history independently. According to Walls, 1997, most students claim they were more likely to participate in discussions through a listserv than during class. Discussion boards can be a great tool to encourage student conversations. The most obvious concern in the value of distance learning seems to be with video conferencing and performance skills. While it may not be ideal, distance learning can offer opportunities for students in remote locations. It can provide access to experts that many students may not have. It can also give teachers an opportunity to expose their students to quality performances and field trips that they may not be able to provide otherwise due to location or funding. Technology in the classroom can also provide extra learning opportunities for students by allowing them to use music software, listen to performances, or video their own performances to share. In an ever-changing world, we must be willing to monitor and adjust. This applies to using technology in the music classroom and the use of distance learning. Walls states it best: digital technology is not the best way to teach all content in every situation. However, implemented in the correct ways, correct times, and correct places, technology can broaden and deepen a student's music learning and performance experiences. There is great value in distance learning, and we should continue to explore and implement it into the world of music education in the ways that make it most effective.